So everyone's always asking me, yo Oz, what do you bring with you on set when it's time for production? Well, this is what I'm bringing with me on set. I want to give a big shout out to Seminole Artisans first of all, because I would not have been able to do this video without their lens. This is my brand new 60mm 2.8 Artisans macro lens with a 1:1 ratio. Man, this thing is crispy. As you can see by the shots, it gets into all the details of whatever you put in front of it. I was able to get extremely close, getting places that you couldn't do with most other macro lenses. I definitely would highly recommend you getting this for any of your product shots that you want to get done. If you want to present a product or any of your gear like how I just did, this is definitely a lens to do it. Big shout out to Seminole Artisans, man. Thank you for this lens. Like I said, I couldn't have got this video done without this lens. This lens made the video come to life, and it's just an amazing lens to have. The next thing I want to talk about is my Sony 50mm 1.8 lens. I bring that lens with me every time I'm on set. I bring that lens with me every time I'm doing video. It is a great lens to have. Focusing's a little iffy on it, but other than that, it's great for photography, great for video. Final product always comes out amazing, and you know, I can't complain. Great lens to have. Another thing I'm bringing with me on set is gaffer tape. You gotta have gaffer tape on set. If you don't have gaffer tape on set, I don't even know if I should be on set with you, honestly. Like, gaffer tape creates safety on set, can hold things in place, good for marking things, you name it. You can save a life with gaffer tape. If someone's throat was cut, you could patch it up with gaffer tape. Don't try that. My set would not even be a set if I did not have my Rode NTG3 shotgun microphone. This makes all my sound superior. I would not be anything without my Rode NTG3 shotgun microphone. Always come through and done its job. Great sound quality, great low end, you know. It's just one of those must-haves on set. It comes with this nice little safety case. So I'm sure some of y'all wondering, all right, well, how are you recording your sound on set? And I'm doing that with my Zoom H6 field recorder. The Zoom H6 has everything that you could really possibly need for your simple setup. Comes with 4 inputs, all have phantom power to them, compressors, limiters, playback. Also has this top input for the capsules that come with it. It has a XY capsule as well as a stereo capsule. Has your SD slot, has your headphone slot, volume, power, a line out. On this side, you have the DC SV USB port the menu button and the scroll wheel for the menu button. Also, as you can see, attached to it is my Sennheiser AVX system. I take this with me every time I'm on set for interviews. Great frequency range, never really any IF or interference on it. It also has a gain control built into it, automatic compression. That way when a voice starts getting too loud, it automatically brings it back down or doesn't let it go past a certain point. So what am I using here, everything on set? I'm using my BEYERDYNAMIC DT770 Studio 80 ohm over-the-ear headphones. That was a mouthful, but I got it all out. These are by far probably my favorite pair of headphones to use on set. They're very comfortable, very soft over-the-ear foam. This is also a great thing to use when you have comms. You give this to your director, he feels at home, he feels like he's out on vacation because he has the most superior headphones on his head. You know what I'm saying? He just gets a great experience when he's with you, and he'll probably rehire you just because you got these headphones. For my post-production workflow, I'm using my Sennheiser HD280 Pros. I rather use these for my post-production workflow because they have a better low-end response than the BEYERDYNAMIC do. And I feel I always get my bass or my low-end frequencies in the perfect range. Throughout this whole video has been my music. I have been doing music production for 9 years, 10 years I think. I lost track of time, but within that range. And I used to use Beat headphones and I was just like, oh my God. There's a day and night difference when you use these. Definitely a totally different frequency response. The mid-range is a little, I would say a little muddy, a little boxy, as they would say, but I still can get a great mix out of these headphones, and I would recommend these to anybody. Depending on the job, I would even recommend these over the BEYERDYNAMICs because they are for a particular purpose. You still get a great mix out of the BEYERDYNAMIC headphones, but the low-end response to them isn't to my liking, and that's why I would choose these for my post-production. Depending on what you're mixing and listening to, you could switch between the two headphones. That way you know how it's responding in those headphones compared to these. Also, my set would not be complete without my K-Tech Avalon KE79cc boom pole. Off the top of my head, I don't know how far this extends out to, but I'll put them in the screen. But yeah, I always bring this with me on set. This is what I'm following all the cameramen around with. It's gotten me through my sound career this far, and I don't plan on letting it go anytime soon. I'm probably always going to keep this one because this is my first boom pole, so this will be like a collector's item. That way when I get real famous, you know, I might sell it or have it on an exhibit. People are like, oh, that's first boom pole you ever had, and it'll be worth like $1 million. This is my RONIN S. I take this with me for all my video work. As you can see, I have the DJI switch grip dual handle system on there right now with the NATO rails. I have a small rig piece right here to hold my monitor, as well as I have another one, but it's not on here right now, that would hold my zoom. That way when I'm doing like maybe a lavalier setup and someone's walking and I'm following them, I could just have my sound system would be set up right here and everything would be gravy. Yeah, this thing is just great for capturing video. All the shots come out smooth. If you're not familiar with the RONIN S, definitely get familiar, go YouTube it, and yeah, definitely cop yourself one. One of the newest things I bring on set with me is this APUTURE MC4 Light travel kit. Man, this thing is everything. This is amazing for if you want to replace practical lighting, if you want to do spill, you name it. You can sculpt light with these. I don't care what nobody says. These are amazing. I'm going to do a single review just on these because that's just how amazing they are. You know what the great thing is about this case? Not only is it protective, but it's wirelessly charging them. Not right now because it's not plugged in, but once you plug it in, they wirelessly charge. All you got to do is just stick them in there. As you can see, this thing is no joke, and this is only at 30% brightness. So if I continue to turn it up, this is only 50%. Like I would just blow myself out. Like, this thing's amazing. And after you're done with it, you would just simply put it back in the tray. It's magnetic, it just pops right back in. One of my most vital pieces of gear that I have is my APUTURE 120D Mark II that I'm currently using right now. This thing is amazing, this thing is a beast. Key light, any type of light that you could really need to do, this is the light to have. Like, this is just the standard right now, or the 300D. I believe that's like $1,000. I believe it's 25% brighter than the first 120D. And the power module on it is just flawless. As you can see, they definitely took their time with the design and just that craftsmanship, man. The build quality on this package is just second to none. You know, definitely invest in a 120D Mark II when you get the chance. With my 120D Mark II, I have the Light Dome 2 on there with the diffusion, comes with the eggshell crate. Definitely invest into the Light Dome 2. I'm gonna get the Light Dome Mini 2 because my room is a bit small, lower ceilings, and this is just gigantic in here. This probably takes up 10% of the space in my room. I'm just playing. It's a little drastic, but it's big is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna invest in the Mini. I think it would be great for me as a setup down here, and maybe even for you as well. All the footage that you see right now currently, as far as me speaking right now, has been recording on the ATOMOS Ninja 5. This is a great monitor. Records up to 4K, 60 frames per second. Has all types of features, man. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. I'm going to do a separate video for all these things that I have mentioned throughout this video. That way I can do a full inspection of all of them and give you all the great features as well as my feedback on how they operate in the field. Last but not least is my Sony A7III that I'm currently shooting on right now. I'm using my kit lens, which is a 3.5 f-stop. It's 28 to 70, I believe. And this has gotten me through all my video production. All my clients have loved all the product that has come out of this camera. Sharp image, great for stills. Definitely a camera that you should have on you. I mean, I know this A7S III just came out, but if that's not in your price range right now, this is definitely probably your next best option. Or you can go Canon, but I prefer Sony. I like the Sony. I like how it looks. Never has let me down. So yeah, that about wraps it up. This is what I use on set, and I'll be back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in.